Hey everyone, welcome to the video. MK3 here. Today we're going to be going over the most broken and overpowered character in Mortal Kombat 3, but two things real quick. One, this video now has some edits included. That way it can cut immediately to parts where I talk and you guys won't have to see the pauses where I'm breathing, and I also won't have to remember 20 minutes straight everything about the character and hopefully not forget. Number two is now this video includes subtitles, as you can see in the bottom middle. And this is because in some of the comments I've been seeing, a few of you say that it can be hard to understand exactly what I'm saying sometimes. So now, because of there being subtitles, you guys can always go back to see the word on what I said, and everything will be right there in the video. Now, with that said, let's continue the video, and please let me know if these subtitles do help you guys understand things better. Now, for those of you who said Sub-Zero in the comments, you guys are indeed correct. Sub-Zero is the most overpowered character in Mortal Kombat 3. Let's first start off by going through Sub-Zero's normals. He's got a good high kick, solid roundhouse, a decent sweep, a strong uppercut, excellent jabs. Both his high punch and low punch have good hitboxes. So when you're getting into jab war with Sub-Zero, he can hold his own because of how good his jabs are in terms of hitboxes. His throw will also throw you behind him, and in the corner, you can do something neat, like you can throw someone and then instantly freeze them, and that will combo, and then off that, you can win the ground by doing a devastating round-winning combo. Sub-Zero doesn't have the best mid-starter in the game, his mid-string being low kick, high kick, back, high kick. So mid-screen, his damage off of mid is not that dangerous, and even if you happen to freeze your opponent, you can go into a 6-hit string. So his damage isn't too impressive mid-screen. However, if he does anti you, he does get more damage than that. You can get over 40% just by freezing them, doing double high punch, jump kick, slide. You'll get good damage off that. So when people jump at Sub-Zero, he does get more damage than he does grounded mid-screen. Now, going into his special moves, Zero here has access to an Ice Shower ability, and you have 3 different kinds. You have the ability to do Ice Shower behind your opponent, above them, or in front of them. And this is good because while you're zoning with this and putting out these hitboxes, your opponent is going to have to be careful where they move. If they jump forward, they'll fall into the forward Ice Shower. If they try to go back to get away from you, they'll fall into their backwards Ice Shower. And the neat thing about this is, of course, it gives a combo and hit, but on block, it's about +8. So when your opponent does happen to block us up close, you can frame trap them into a mid, and if they're respecting it, you can go into your jab pressure. So Sub-Zero can do a lot of stuff with this Ice Shower. It's one of the cooler moves he has, no pun intended. His next special move is his Ice Projectile, which is a standard projectile in every game. If you get hit by this, of course, it freezes you and you get a full combo. You can go for his 6-hit string, mid-screen to put them away, or you can try and go for the harder combo by timing a jump kick into his freeze. Now this is harder depending on what character you're doing on, because characters in this game do have different hurt boxes, so the juggles are a bit different. But if you want to go for the optimal, that's the optimal. Now getting into his next special move, which is the slide. This move is a quick punisher. You can use it to punish low kicks on block, high kicks. You can even use it to punish sweeps. So it's good for doing a quick punish to get some damage on the table and making sure your opponent has to be a bit mindful when they're using a lot of their attacks on you, because you do have access to this quick punishing slide attack. Now getting into the thing that makes Sub-Zero extremely broken, we're going to talk about his Ice Clone. Now when they were first designing Sub-Zero in this game, this was their first attempt at creating this move, right? And if you think about it, it's a very unique move. He puts up a clone of himself and it mimics his last position. So you can do an attack, like a jab cancel into it, and the clone will mimic his last position, copy what he did. So for example, if you were to do a low jab cancel into his Ice Clone, it'll create a bigger Ice Clone than Sub-Zero normally would have, because now the clone is showing you do the low punch, which extends the hitbox on the attack. You can also do this in the air off jump kicks. You do it off a neutral jump kick. You can get creative with this and pretty much toy around with the size of the clone by, choosing what you want to do it after. Now, why is the clone so broken in this game? It's broken for 2 reasons. The first reason being the clone has no proximity, meaning it doesn't matter how close you are to Sub-Zero or far, his clone, whenever he inputs it, will always come out. So let's say, for example, you're trying to pressure Sub-Zero and he's next to you. Well, guess what? Now you're going to run into his clone and force you to stop and be like, wow, this is actually difficult for me to advance in Sub-Zero and do something after any of my follow-ups, because at any time, he can immediately go into his clone, which is a 1-frame startup, and then you come in contact with it, you'll be frozen, and then he'll be able to combo you. Now, the second most broken thing about the clone is that the clone in this game is unblockable. If you get caught anywhere near it, you cannot block to evade it. This means Sub-Zero can set up some nasty unblockables. For example, check this out. You can see right there that I was able to put a clone right into his body. Even though he was blocking, it auto-froze him. So Sub-Zero has unblockable clone setups, which makes this move extremely broken, to the point where it's almost impossible to want to be anywhere near Sub-Zero without risking him going into a clone and then it clipping your hitbox and it instantly freezing you. So this move is insanely broken. Again, it comes out quickly, it has no proximity, so whenever you input the clone, it will come out, and if your opponent's too close to you, they will get frozen. Now, in terms of this game's meta, a big part of this game's meta is the offense with run jabs. Big part is being able to chip your opponent, get them to try and let go block, and push it towards a corner. The fact that you cannot really do this against Sub-Zero, because while run jabbing him, he could, out of nowhere, just instantly ice clone, and then it will freeze you out of your pressure. This means that against Sub-Zero, you have to be almost to the point where you don't want to rush him. You don't want to be offensive on him. You want to give him space and stay away from him. This is devastating because this allows Sub-Zero to have more freedom and do what he wants and pretty much turn the tides if you try to get in on him and get on the offensive. Now, the ice clone already looks extremely annoying to play against in the match mid-screen, right? You can imagine now how much stronger it is in the corner. In the corner, it's a whole different story. In the corner, you have a lot less options to do much of anything. Sub-Zero puts you in a corner, he can knock you down, go into instantly clone if you try to move up or jump or whatever. If I did that better with the high punch, Kabal would be getting frozen as soon as he gets up from the ground. So Sub-Zero, insanely broken corner game. A lot of characters can't really do much of anything. To make matters worse is when Sub-Zero hits you, he can convert off any freeze in the corner. It doesn't matter if you hit them with the ice shower, if you hit them with the standard freeze, even if you hit them with the clone. I'll show you an example for each one. You can go for a corner infinite and take 100% of your life, because due to the fact that in this game, the clone not having proximity, what you can do is you can wait the 5-second clone timer, and then when you freeze them, you can wait 5 seconds, time it, so that way, because there's no proximity, you'll refreeze them as you jump kick them. Okay, now here in this example, you're going to see me do the infinite. What I like to do is set it up by doing a jump kick freeze in the corner, put them higher, then I do a jump kick ice clone that would capture them. And now what I'm going to do is do this. I'm going to loop, if you pay attention, neutral jump kick, roundhouse, instant jump kick clone, with ice shower, with a roundhouse. That'll give me timing to come up, run in, neutral jump kick, and do it over. And if you do this properly, you'll see that it'll do 100%, kill your opponent. And this is another major reason why Sub-Zero is absolutely broken. His corner damage leads to 100% off any freeze. Now, of course, this infinite has different variants that you can do, and you can switch up different parts into it. For example, in here, Jax unfortunately walks into a clone. He's near the corner, and now I jump over him. I walk him out of the corner. I do a jump punch, instant jump kick clone. This puts him really high near the ceiling, so that way I can re-loop my neutral jump kick, roundhouse, instant jump kick clone. And you can repeat this until Jax dies and loses 100. So you can see Jax is now dead with the combo. Here's another clip I have of me doing the infinite on Sonya. This time it's me catching her with an ice shower and she's near the corner. I do jump kick freeze. Then I position her. I do high punch, instant jump kick clone, and then I do the same loop. So yes, this combo is insanely broken. It's not as hard as it looks. It's actually extremely easy to do compared to some of the other infinites in Mortal Kombat games. And this is one of the reasons why, I don't know, when you think about it, how strong is Sub-Zero in this game? If there were to be tournaments in this game, would Sub-Zero end up being banned? That I don't know of, because I've never seen any competitive Mortal Kombat 3 being played, but I'd be interested to see, even though I do know Sub-Zero is like double S tier, I'm curious to see how would a good Kabal do against Sub-Zero in this game, or how would like a good Jax fare against Sub-Zero in this game? Would they be able to keep him out and then get put in the corner and then they can't do much? Would they give Sub-Zero's issues if they can maintain the fight mid-screen but play more of a lame style and, you know, avoid trying to rush down Sub-Zero and not deal with his clone? That's stuff I'm really curious about. When the Legacy Collection does come out, I would love to see some of you guys explore some of the matchups in this game, and when it comes down to it, would Sub-Zero need to be banned in this game, or are some of the other broken characters good enough to be able to fight him? That I'm very curious to see when we do get the Legacy Collection.